We have mobilized our own money. We are building Talanta City, not with borrowed money, with our own money. We are building Bomas, yes. You know, we must believe in God, and that is why. If you look at the wealth of the world, if I give you an example, maybe $470 trillion of wealth. One country, the United States, 160 trillion. We will not, nobody. This is ours. We must build it. We must make it work. And we have what it takes to make this country great. I have no doubt in my mind. We have what it takes to make this country a great place for all of us and our children. I had an opportunity to meet with our transport sector leaders last week on the fuel crisis. And I sat down with them for about maybe 2.5, 3 hours in Mombasa. And I explained to them where we were, what the issues are, and I took them back to 2022 when we had a similar crisis. And then we had long queues, people in jerrycans looking for fuel from one station to another. We had a serious crash on our dollars. We had a serious, in fact, the first team that I met when I was declared president was oil marketers, because we had a crisis. And I explained to them how, if we are reckless about subsidies, where the country went. In fact, for a whole year, we had to pay close to 160 billion Kenyan shillings that had been used for subsidies without fuel. And I told them, we must be students of history and experience. We don't want to repeat mistakes. And I explained to them that today we have fuel in all our petrol stations, unlike other countries. Today, the Kenya government is subsidizing fuel. The actual price of diesel should be 273. It is 232. We're subsidizing 40 plus shillings for every liter. We've spent 28 billion shillings in the last 2 months. And we've done it with prudence. And I took them, when we finished, underestimate what a country that believes in God, that believes in itself, can achieve. We must never underestimate. Today we are doing many things. In fact, I did send a proposal to Treasury that because we have found a way to do many other things differently from how we have done it before, we found a way of how to build our infrastructure without burdening our budget. We are building Mau Summit Road without our budget. I told them it's time for us to look at how we can slow down on especially the low-income earners and remove some taxes from them. The Treasury came back, some people there in the Treasury came back and said, oh, Mr. President, you know, this is going to be very big. you know, it's going to cost us 40 billion shillings in this budget. I told them, let's do it. Let's do it. And that is why we will be putting a proposal before Parliament to say all the low-income earners, the people who earn up to 24,000, they've been paying pay-as-you-earn at 10%. We're saying they will not pay anymore. We are saying, in fact, that category should be moved to anybody who is earning 30,000 and less. They will not pay any taxes. Because we're beginning to think, plan, innovate differently so that we lighten the burden and use much more innovative ways of driving our development. And it's because we are blessed with a nation that has huge resources, human resource, people who can think, people who can plan. And even the crisis on fuel, we not only have a short-term plan, but we have a long-term one as well. We have found the mechanism how to get our fuel in Turkana and those in the rest of the region to be refined here in our region. When I sent my team about 6 months ago to look around, they came across Aliko Dangote and what he's doing. They came back to me, and I reached out to President Museveni, and I have reached out to colleagues in this region, and we have agreed. And this year, we are going to start building the refinery here. I had a chat with Mr. Dangote yesterday, and he was telling me how much resistance has been built by the people we are buying fuel from now, because they want us to continue buying their fuel. You know? So, but we have to make those decisions that will change our country, that will transform our country. And I want to tell you, some of the time, we have to forego convenience, temporary convenience for long-term transformation. And that's how we're going to build this great nation. Finally, I am reminded about the woman in Luke 18. There was a judge. There was a woman who wanted justice from a judge. And the judge said he doesn't believe in God. He doesn't care what people think. So he wasn't moved by anything. But he crumbled on one thing: persistence. This woman kept going and asking until this fellow said, for me to have some peace, let me do what this woman wants. We have to persist. We have to keep at it. We cannot give up. We must not lose hope. We must keep at it until this country changes. And it will. I have no doubt in my mind, it will. And just for your comfort, between now and the next elections, we will drive the transformation of this country. And we are going to have elections. And they will be peaceful. and there will be no violence, and they will be free and fair. Yes, they will be free and fair. Because what God has decided, no man can change. Yes, so relax. You know, people are in a panic. I don't know. Ile Mungu ameamua ndio itafanyika. Yes. Si namna hiyo. Kama Mungu ameamua Ruto will get a second term, he will. Kama Mungu ameamua vingine, that's what will happen. And we will move on as a country. Yes. So relax. There's no problem. Those who believe they will divide this country, they will not. They will not succeed. They will fail, and fail spectacularly. They will not. Yeah. So, tulizeni maboli, hakuna problem. Hii nchi iko sawa. Tasonga mbele. Kenya itafaulu. We will succeed. And we are a great nation, good people. If I had an option and I was given a chance which nationality to be born, I would want to be born in Kenya. Yes, we have a great country. So, wacha nisiseme kuzidi hapo. Nimefurahi sana kwamba tumepata huyu kiongozi ametuzungumzia about forgiveness, reconciliation, and working together. To all our friends in Kenya, we are very warm people. You know, we respect others. We work with all nations, and we want to be the nation that, you know, does the right thing. And so, ndugu zangu wa Kenya, I do not wish to say more than that. I am truly happy that we have come here to pray, and just to assure everybody that we will move together, and we will build the bridges of friendship and brotherhood, and succeed together. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.
Most grateful, Your Excellency. Every time we go to Uganda, the President of Uganda calls our delegation. Last time you took a photo with the delegation from Uganda, but Your Excellency, with your very, very kind permission, the former Prime Minister of Tanzania and their members of Parliament have made that request. If you will be kind enough, we'll appreciate that you take a photo with them. Then after that, we call upon the Right Honorable Wetangula to give a vote of thanks. The Speaker of the National Assembly and the co-patron of this prayer breakfast. Yes, the rest of the people kindly be seated. And the Tanzanians, the former Prime Minister, is just behind the two security. Please allow him and his delegation to come. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. This former Prime Minister is really working very hard in Tanzania so that they can have an event like this. And then we look forward to work with them. Your Excellency, we're also very grateful for the Member of Parliament from South Sudan. He's really been traveling for a long time, and he got here almost in the morning. Welcome very much, South Sudan. Your Excellency, we set up a prayer breakfast there with a lot of hard work from the Honorable Pogisio. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.